Ladies and gentlemen, we want to give you some travel advice on what to expect as an ethnic minority travelling in some British bed and breakfast hotels. This is based on an experience we had last year, 2014, in September, when we visited a bed and breakfast called Dunston Pillar Farm. As well-behaved and respectable travellers, as a couple, all we expect from a bed and breakfast and the host or managers who run it is to be treated fairly and not to be discriminated against. After all, we come on a holiday and all we want to be is treated fairly, have a good time and come back with memorable experiences of our stay.
I'm very unhappy with Ellen Chapman, the host of Dunston Pillar Farm, and I will tell you why. Plain and simple, I feel Ellen Chapman of Dunston Pillar Farm discriminated against my partner for the colour of his skin. As time passed, when we was at Dunston Pillar Farm, we noticed something was wrong.
All we ask of a bed and breakfast as a couple travelling anywhere in this country, the UK, is to be treated fairly. We ask hosts and managers running the business to be open with us and to set the ground rules of anything they want or don't want happening on their bed and breakfast, etc. This host of Dunston Pillar Farm, Ellen Chapman, has checkmated herself. I noticed from the first day of visiting Dunston Pillar Farm that there was something wrong. Very wrong. We was greeted with warm hospitality by Ellen Chapman. She took our suitcases up the stairs, but as I approached the entrance, got out of a taxi and greeted her, I noticed something underneath Ellen Chapman. You know as a black person when someone's for you or not. You notice something wrong. She just had this, I sensed this discomfort in her on my first day. I'm very good at judging people. They can't hide it from me. I'm very good at judging someone's character. But I tend not to say anything. I just tend to enjoy my holiday. I'm a very positive thinker. I don't tend to look negative at anything, even though it is present. Like my partner said, as time went on at Dunston Pillar Farm, we noticed that things was not right with Ellen Chapman, that something was bothering her. What was bothering Ellen Chapman was the colour of my skin and my presence being at Dunston Pillar Farm. And I can confirm this via email. She sent me an email after saying that she felt unsafe with me around her daughter. This I found highly insulting. This is me booking a holiday from Dunston Pillar Farm via booking.com and conversing with Ellen Chapman before we visited Dunston Pillar Farm. I told her that we want to stay there for, at first it was 2 days, wasn't it, Laura? I think it was 2 days at first. Then we changed it to 4 days. We wanted the master suite, but she had one, someone booked it up, but said it could be free if we had it for 3 days. So we booked it eventually, master suite for 1 day, then a stable suite for 1 day, master suite for 3 days. And we fell in love with this Dunston Pillar Farm from the website. We saw it on the website, and this is something different. And we haven't been anywhere like this on mainland UK, not including Scotland, because Scotland I've been to many farmhouses and country houses. But on the side of Lincolnshire, down to the south of London, down to Cornwall, I have not been in a farmhouse like that, of that design. And it is quite a unique design. Because of its unique design and features, I wanted to photograph and make a video of our stay at this memorable and lovely place. And this is what you've got to listen to. This is what the problem is here. Clearly, I let Ellen Chapman know what I was going to do. We conversed on the phone and also via email. I told her that me and my partner and I, are really excited about this place, and we'd like to photograph ourselves and capture it on camera to put on our channel to show people our experiences of this place. So the host, Ellen Chapman, was very aware of what we was going to do, and also she even offered to give a history tour about the pillar itself, because about half a mile from the pillar itself, the farm, there is a pillar, a historic pillar, which we visited and will show you in our video on my YouTube channel. And just found Ellen Chapman not being straight and honest with us. She's not a very direct person. I don't feel she's fit to run a B&B with all people. She may run it with white people or being discriminatory, but she cannot run a bed and breakfast on a British landscape with the set of rules she has against different ethnic people. She looks for every excuse to ban me from her bed and breakfast hotel. She also insulted me deeply. We both feel highly insulted because we are a well-behaved couple. We really have consideration for wherever we visit, whatever bed and breakfast or hotel. We're very conscious of that, our impact upon where we visit. She insulted me by saying my behaviour was outrageous with my camera, and I never had respect for her property. No. Ellen Chapman is racially discriminating. She's very uncomfortable with me being on her bed and breakfast, hotel, etc. She said to me that other guests didn't behave like that. Now, I don't understand what she means. I'm my own self. Me and Laura are an individual couple. We're tourists. We're paying tourists coming to a bed and breakfast hotel, bed and breakfast place. Being it a large hotel or a small hotel, we behave the same. We have the same respect for quiet country homes run by small family people. The same way we go into a large hotel in the city of London, no matter where it is, we have concern and respect for everyone. We ask if we can do, if we can't do. But Ellen Chapman, she never set any ground rules for us taking any photographs or any pictures, and she knew that we were taking pictures after we politely asked her, and she did not say anything about it, let her photograph. So Ellen Chapman is checkmate. Now she knows that she's offended me and my partner, and she is racially discriminated against me. She has cornered herself, and she doesn't want this publicity out on the YouTube. She doesn't want any publicity out on the TripAdvisor, which we took consideration before we publicly posted it, but have decided to post the TripAdvisor review to warn other people of what this woman is like. She's very dishonest. You can't trust a woman like that running a bed and breakfast with yourself. No matter how clear you are to her, speaking of taking pictures or photographs, she's not an honest, direct person, and highly insulting. Highly insulting to me because she said she felt unsafe with me there around her daughter. If, for instance, I was a person loud and drunk, like people she's had in the past at her bed and breakfast, and I give reference to that, you can look on TripAdvisor and see the problems Ellen Chapman has had with drunk people outside her bed and breakfast, making noise, waking up their children, her daughter and herself. You'll see that difference with us, between us and me, being quiet, considerate. I moved round the bed and breakfast with my camera, very discreetly, not in her face. And most of the film we took was of ourselves. As you can see on my channel, it's as if the two of us enjoying ourselves, having fun, and recording a memorable experience. So for you, Ellen Chapman, to turn around and say that I behaved really badly and disrespectful is incredible. because at any time from the outset of me pulling my camera out, all you had to say was, please Tony and Laura, we would rather you refrain from taking pictures or as many videos as you are. Even though those videos were taken discreetly, mostly in our rooms, at the back where the hammock is, and a few at the front of the house itself, and a lot of them were taken at the entrance of Dunston Pillar Farm, where she's not even in sight. It's at the entrance where the gate is of Dunston Pillar Farm. This is right at the front where no one is even visible, so she can't even see us. We did a lot of filming there as well. So she has boxed herself in and checkmated herself because we're putting this out publicly and we've exposed you, Ellen Chapman, for who you are. And the thing is, with all this, it could have been fixed because I tried to reason with Ellen Chapman via email and it got worse. She looked for the slightest excuse not to have us there. We noticed this on the last day when I gave her the dates to book again for next year. She took a slip of paper and you could see the body language in her face. She just took it and sort of didn't even mention anything. I booked many hotels all over the country, and the only problem I have ever had, which I mentioned to Ellen Chapman via email, is I was in Hull when I went to book a bed and breakfast, and they had vacancies on the front of the bed and breakfast, and when I went to book the bed and breakfast, it said no vacancies as I went in. The host said no vacancies. I think receptionist. She said no vacancies. I said, you've got vacancies at the front. Then the partner I was with at the time, she went there and asked for vacancy. She was white and she got a place, no problem. We were in the bed and breakfast all night long, well-behaved people, and they had some white drunk lads came in and they got a place, no problem. And it turned out they actually smashed the hotel. They got into a fight over some women, some girlfriends. And it turned, they smashed the reception and they had a big fight down there. And I thought to myself, what has he got to do with skin colour, behaviour? Look at me. It's just the fact that you're discriminated against. Anyhow, that was passed. And the owner said we had problems with some black people here. I said you shouldn't generally generalise. And I was a bit annoyed with it, but that passed. I let it go and obviously we never visit there again. But because I had a problem with Ellen Chapman in rebooking Dunston Pillar Farm, I found there's a problem. And she told me, you don't understand, I've got a child to run, I've got a kiddie to run, all that, and a business to run all of my own as a single woman. Ellen there was a problem in booking Dunston Pillar Farm. When you want business, as customers, we expect prompt or reasonable response from the host or the managers. And most managers anyway wanting business and they act really prompt. With Ellen Chapman, there was a problem booking with her. We could not get through to her and rang the phone and she was ignoring our calls. I know she was ignoring my calls. I know you, Ellen Chapman, was ignoring my phone calls. You didn't want us there. So what we done, we went through booking.com, booked the same dates because we saw our booking space open on booking.com. So I booked on booking.com. And what Ellen Chapman done, she said to me, oh, why have you booked on booking.com? And said, oh, I can block it if I want, and we just found it a bit outrageous. So I explained to Ellen Chapman, you must remember this point, I never called her racist or mentioned anything about her being racist, but I told her I had a problem with a hotel before, very similar with regards to booking. So remember, this problem was with regards to booking. In fact, we couldn't seem to book a place. They said they had no vacancies. And I said that it turned out the people there were racist, the owner were racist. Then I had a return email from Ellen Chapman. She said, how dare you call me racist? And said to me, that's it. We're not going to have you here. I think it's unsuitable for you to come here again. You can't come here. And if you book through booking.com, I'll block it anyway. And I looked at my partner in shock. And I said, this is it. This is what she was looking for. She was looking for the first excuse not to have me there. I'll give any of you a prime example of what discrimination feels like. If you go to any bed and breakfast or hotel and you have any kind of problem that don't make any sense, there is a problem with your colour of your skin. I don't care, because Normal people are open to people with problems, and they say, oh, you're doing this, you're doing that, I don't like this, please refrain from doing it. My partner and I didn't do anything out of character. We were well behaved, weren't we, Laura?
Yeah.
In our opinion, do you think we were badly behaved?
No.
Right. So the worst thing about this is someone tried to insult your integrity and insult your intelligence. And this is one of the most insulting things I think Ellen Chapman has done to us. And although we enjoyed the Dunston Pillar Farm itself, the location and the building and the countryside and the location it was in, we are highly disappointed of even visiting there. We wish we'd never stepped foot there and met the host. We're not trying to put anyone else going there. If you're white or normal and someone that you can get on with her, we'll ask you to go there, but we're just disappointed. I'm just disappointed as an ethnic person going there, because there's nothing wrong with me. I'm a well-mannered, well-polite person, a very happy person, a very loving person with my partner. We're a very friendly couple. We showed the host no hostilities, no drunkenness. We didn't get drunk there at all. We had a nice time, and only marred by the host's very slick and subtle discrimination. Remember what I'm saying, very subtle and slick. You have to watch people. They're very subtle and slick. And the problem is here, if I was a dumb person, she would twist me in knots and make me look stupid. But the problem is, Ellen Chapman, I'm not stupid. And you've checkmated yourself. And she said to me, pushing it forward and making me feel I was a disrespectful photographer, all of your property, photographing everywhere. No. I was a tourist, a plain and simple, well-behaved tourist who asked you beforehand, I want to take pictures and make films of your hotel. I even complimented you while I was at your bed and breakfast. I complimented your bed and breakfast, the grounds, the uniqueness of the place. I respected you for running it on your own. We gave her respect, didn't we, Laura?
Yeah, we
all
did.
praises and all praises all along. How the place is done, how you run it on your own. We really respected her. We gave her so much respect. There's no reason for her to even feel threatened with us being there. This is so highly disrespectful to us. To call me, Laura, my partner, works at childcare. She's a safe woman. She's a childcare worker. I'm an electrician. We're educated people. We can't understand why we would have to pay to go on holiday and someone just can't be honest with us, or someone discriminates against me against the colour of my skin. And then worst of all, to ban me from even visiting there again. And then worst of all, to look for the slightest excuse and reason to ban me. Well, I know what the excuse is. It's the colour of my skin. This is what it is. Colour of my skin. Skin colour. This experience at Dunston Pillar Farm has rattled us. We are okay now, but as they say in life, you go through experiences and you learn from your experiences. But this sort of thing, we just didn't expect. I didn't expect this. Not from a recognised body, bed and breakfast, advertised on booking.com. We just didn't expect this kind of behaviour from any host, and it has shocked us beyond belief. And the effects are far-reaching. They're not just at Dunston Pillar Farm itself. It's after that now. It's made us very, very depressed and very, very low. We felt very, very low. It's affected us. It's something which has affected us, hasn't it, Laura?
Yeah.
Because what it means is, as a well-behaved couple, it don't mean nothing whether you're well-behaved, nice, polite, have good manners, courteous. It just means nothing. People just treat you the way they want to treat you, and this has got to be stopped. Because I'm going to trading standards with this. It's taken me a long while because I've had to really consider this hard, and I've got other things to get on with in our lives, haven't we, Laura?
Yeah.
And this thing, it just plugs in negative energy in the body, but we just decided to deal with it, put it out publicly, and let people know what this woman's like. She will go on TripAdvisor and respond to my post on there, saying, "Oh, he was unreasonable. He's unreasonable. He did this. He came on my bed and breakfast, disrespected me with his camera." Absolute bullshit. Absolute nonsense. I was very discreet with my camera. You knew what I was going to do. You could have just said, "Please, no photographs of any kind This is my property, no kind of, even in your rooms, or no photographs taken. Plain and simple.
Yeah.
Respecting customers, like how we respect you and ask you if we can take pictures, and you also encourage us and all, saying you will do a tour of the Dunston Pillar Farm itself, a history tour speech for us on camera. You probably saw my colour and said, "Poor," and I stopped doing that for him. Honestly, Ellen Chapman is racist. I'm saying it now. Before I wasn't, but with all the way she behaved and the emails she sent us, she even phoned Lincolnshire Police when I was trying to reason with her. I was trying to reason with her as why she's behaving this way via email, and have every email and correspondence recorded. I've copied them all between herself and us, and find it shocking, very, very shocking. Just racism, that's all I'll say. Discrimination, racism, nothing else. And she's going to look for a way to respond on TripAdvisor and to make us feel bad, and it doesn't work, because we know ourselves, we're very confident in ourselves that we're very nice people. We don't cause problems wherever we go. We went further on to another place in Scotland, even more remote than Dunston Pillar Farm. Remember this, we went to a place in Scotland after, booked via booking.com, which are very good. Make no mistake, don't get put off of booking.com. They're very good. Booking.com are the best. You are the best, booking.com. Best booking.com. We love booking with you. Book with booking.com. They are very good. It's not booking.com's fault. It is the host, Ellen Chapman. She's looking for that excuse. She's the skin colour coming. And you see you come with your camera or your partner. She looks at you, judges you. And then the most dangerous thing is subtly decided how to act. Very subtle discrimination. So subtle that it can get you without you even realising.
Because she didn't actually greet you.
Yeah, I know.
She greeted me.
Yeah.
And didn't go over to Tony.
Yeah, don't go to me. She greeted Laura.
Yeah.
And that. But the main thing with this discrimination with people, because you know it's law in the UK that discrimination is not permitted in this country. But some people they practice discrimination with people, you know. And the main thing with me is if I was a loudmouth, a real this troublemaker, a hooligan, or someone who disrespected the place and really made noise and drunk and came there disrespectful, swearing and mouthing, then you could understand Ellen Chapman being threatened by me. You could understand her not wanting me there. I'm a very nice person, very complimentary person. People know me, I'm a very nice person. I'm not a horrible person at all. You know, so I don't understand. Why is a person like this? And this was done, it almost done my confidence. The place in Scotland, I almost didn't want to go. I was going to almost cancel it because I thought, discrimination. Even though I've been to Scotland about 90 something times, I've been every place in the UK, up and down, from Cornwall to Scotland, the John O'Groats, Isle of Arran, all the places in Scotland, country, quiet places. I've climbed the peaks and mountains all over the country. All over the country. I've climbed peaks in Wales. I've sat in quiet country pubs with white people. I don't have no problem whatsoever. I went to one place in Bath and I found a little bit of problems in Bath, but after 1 hour of the people sitting with me in the pub in Bath, they were all friendly, didn't want me to go. We sat in there and had morning breakfasts in the pubs and meals, and they're so friendly because I'm English, I'm born in the UK, and that's what I know, I'm English. You know, I'm maybe skin colour brown, but I'm an Englishman in England, in the UK. And I expect to be treated fairly. That's all I ask, to be treated fairly. If Ellen Chapman, you don't like black or ethnic people, then just come out of the bed and breakfast business. Don't operate the bed and breakfast business. And one of the most insulting things Ellen Chapman also said to me on the email, when I mentioned to her that I had a problem with a previous bed and breakfast in Hull with regards to booking, and told her my experiences. I never called her racist on the email. She just jumped out. This is how you know. This is how you know racist. She just jumped out in the email and said, "You're banned. You can't book here again. It's unsuitable for you to come here. I've got a Nigerian friend. I've had ethnic minorities around me, and we didn't say you were racist or anything at the time. But your behaviour and your correspondence back with me is signal and proof." And we put the whole lot together, and also our experience of being Dunston Pillar Farm. You discriminated against me as a person, and checkmate. That's what I say, checkmate. We don't want to come there again, not with you there, not with the way you are. and the way you treated us. We don't want to go do Laura again there. Not at all. We love Dunston Farm. Make no mistake with people. We love this place. We actually fell in love with this place. How can a host discredit people who actually love her place, adores it? Emotionally, this place was so good. It's like emotional for us. We're church people. We're believers in God. We're Christians, and we found this place really godly and healing. This is my partner. She's had a traumatic childhood, and this place has helped her and helped me. And we just find it so shocking people out there can be like this and treat you like this. You know, I say to all people like us who are good, well behaved, and well mannered, just keep being like that. Keep being well behaved and well mannered, and don't let people like Ellen Chapman put you off being like that, because you know in this world you will find good people and you'll find bad people. I'm not saying she's a bad person, but she's just got problems. She has problems with ethnic people, and she discriminates, and she has also personal problems. There's something wrong with her. It's just not right at all. You know,
just
because
be yourself.
We would have got so many customers that would, so many people I know. I'm age 53 now. I know a lot of people who love to go to this Dunston Farm. We would have got her respectable customers. I could have got you loads of white customers, loads of Chinese customers, loads of people could have come there and would have been and enjoyed. It's really horrible, you know, the way she's been with us.
Yeah.
So that's all we're going to say. We're going to put our TripAdvisor thing is going out. And it's in more detail. It will have extracts from the emails, etc., in great detail. And this is basically our experience of visiting Dunston Farm. It's very important to have reasonable, respected people put their point of view about experience they had in a B&B, and not to just ignore it. You going to say anything, Laura?
I'm just emotionally upset with the host, that's all.
Yeah, because we had...
because I love the place. And
we love the place. We so dying to go again. Me and partner said we found heaven on earth. We found heaven on earth. We had this hammock in the background, the lovely dogs. These dogs are so lovely. We love the friendly. Even the person who works for her, very friendly person.
She was nice.
Very nice person. And we filmed her on the camera, but we took that off YouTube. I mean, we took everything off. So all our videos on YouTube has just got me and my partner and the horse and her dogs in it.
Yeah.
Did you know that Ellen Chapman tried to have our videos removed from YouTube? She's that evil that she went as far as trying to remove our videos from YouTube. This is private videos of me and my partner at her premises, showing the rooms, us in the rooms, us on the hammock, no one else, me and my partner, and the dogs a few times came in them, and she tried to have the videos removed from YouTube. There's still quite a lot of videos of Dunston Farm we're going to put on YouTube of our stay, but I've just been discouraged from putting them on there, but I'm going to put them on there because they really are good. It's got my birthday, and it's also got more of us outside enjoying ourselves and the fun we had. Now, with me I went to Dunston Farm. It's very remote. I got into a car accident in 2009 where I was hit 85 mile an hour head on, almost killed me. So I've got no confidence in driving a car. I do not want to get into a car again for a while. I will soon, but I just don't feel ready to get into a car. They were Albanian people. They hit me in a Mercedes Sprinter van, head on, 85 mile an hour, and the damage in my body and everything, the mental part of the dealing with damage was incredible. The pain was incredible, and also the way I felt. And I went up to 30 stones and had to lose a lot of weight. I've lost 13 now. I've got 2 more stones to lose, so I was much bigger than this. So I've dealt with quite a lot. So all we wanted was a place we could stay, and we use a cab to get to where we want to get to. And Dunston Farm seemed to be the place. When I spoke to the host on the phone beforehand,
She seemed friendly.
She seemed friendly. Via email, she sounded friendly, very encouraging. Didn't tell me anything about not taking photographs, even though she knew. I told her what camera I'm using, and she said she's got a professional photographer who lives, a neighbour who was going to shoot her place as well. Presumably he's white. So I come along now, and you see there's a problem, don't you? It's discrimination, Ellen. It's racial discrimination. Just admit you're racially discriminated against me, and people know who you are, and this will just prevent people from coming there who are my skin colour. And it's simple as that. There are many places around the world we're going to go, we're going to have fun, but this place, you've killed it for us. You killed our dream, one of our dreams. What's that?
Because when we was there, you showed Ellen Chapman the videos and some pictures, and she said, oh, they're nice. Then she should have said, do you mind refraining from filming or taking pictures?
Okay.
But she didn't.
Do you hear that? She came into our room, and there was a shot of us on the hammock with the sun coming through. I said, oh, it's really godly the way that sun's coming through, and it's nice. And she said, oh, that looks very nice. Do you remember Ellen Chapman? You looked at us and you said, oh, that's really nice, because the shots were blinding shots of the hammock. Laura was in the hammock and the sun was shining through, and then she could have said right there and then to a very well accepting couple, approachable couple. This is very important. We're very approachable. As a man, I'm very approachable. I'm not one of these men like a gorilla or someone standing looking like this. You can't approach. I'm very warm, aren't I, Laura?
Yeah.
I'm very warm. I'm very approachable.
Kind,
caring. I'm very approachable. I'm very reasonable. I've got a very reasonable person. I'm not a madman. I'm a very reasonable person. So you've got no reason to say you feel threatened by me, or your daughter feels threatened by me. I've had children. I'm a father of 3 children. I've been through a divorce just like yourself. I'm carrying my life, and for you to say that is highly insulting, highly discriminatory, and you look for the excuse.
Yeah.
I'll say that I was badly behaved with my camera. Checkmate, Ellen Chapman. Checkmate.
We're very down-to-earth people.
Very down-to-earth, earthly people.
Yeah.
Love the earth, love kindness. We want everyone to get on. We just want happiness on the planet. Happiness on the planet. You know, there's a problem. Happiness on the planet.
Yeah.
And if someone treats us how you treated us, we want to know why. And we feel our channel, we've got a right to put this out in public to warn others. We don't want another couple to go through this. The person's ethnic. We want them to stay well clear. Ethnic person, well clear. With a host like Ellen Chapman running it, well clear. We're warning them. We're warning you not to go. A black person, man, if you're Indian or black or you're ethnic, to go there. Because she'll find the slightest excuse not to have you there. The slightest excuse. And the longer you book, the longer you... Me saying I was booking there for that time, but was it a week or 2 weeks? Because I'm going to book for 2 weeks. They go for a nice retreat for 2 weeks. Go nowhere else, just Dunston Pillar Farm. We're going to put all our money into Dunston Pillar Farm. Go no other holiday in the year, nowhere else. Forget about luxuries, just Dunston Pillar Farm. But it's your loss anyway. She's lost the money anyway. We went before to Newark Lodge before we went. Newark Lodge. Oh, it was awesome. They're a white couple. Treated us with absolute respect. I was even there with my camera. I said, do you mind me taking the pictures and video? Didn't mind at all. We took videos of the breakfast. He was straight up with us. Lovely service. Oh, beautiful. We're going to put a review on Newark Lodge.
Yeah.
We'll do that. Absolute fantastic place. As for rebooking, no problem at all. No problem at all. I'm black, Laura's white, no problem with me being there at all. They're professional, down to the boot.
They accepted us for us.
For us, and treated us with the warmest hospitality. In Scotland, we went in Scotland, they
went to Racial Discrimination.
And they treated us with the utmost respect. John and Celia. This is Celia.
Yeah, Celia.
Celia, what a warm Scottish couple. They treated us with utmost respect, and we want to go back. We love them both, and we love the bed and breakfast.
Yeah, amazing
incredible place. But what makes any bed and breakfast, no matter how big a hotel is or how nice a bed and breakfast is, what makes a bed and breakfast is the host. The way the host treats you is what makes that holiday memorable. It makes it memorable. You got each other and your enjoyment there, but if you're accepted in a place, you're welcome, you'll feel happy, don't you, yourself? It's people that make you unhappy, they distill your energy, they make you feel negative, they make you feel down, and this is what Ellen Chapman did. She made us feel down, but we're strong people. We've had to meditate our way out of this by meditation to throw away that negative energy she's brought to us with the treatment of us, and we're just warning people, stay away. If you're ethnically black, just stay away. That's what we're saying. Yeah, she might try and prove us wrong and say, well, we get some black people here and try and be nice. And Ellen Chapman, with us, you discriminated and you checkmated yourself.
Yeah.
And I can't understand why anyone would want to do that to a customer with the possibility that they'll put something out like this on the YouTube or TripAdvisor to discredit your business. I'm not discrediting your business. I am just letting people know how you treat people. It's just absolutely despicable. The emails between you and I, myself, and I've got every one of them. And I'm willing to publish every email out on print on travel journals of what happened between the two of us, just to protect people. This is the most important thing, to protect people from going through this again. You look on YouTube, she said, that's another thing, she had a friend on commented on my channel. I just deleted all the comments and I blocked her. She sounded like Ellen Chapman, exactly the same. She came with the same bullshit. I honestly thought this was Ellen Chapman.
It looked like it.
It looked like her on the picture. I just got rid of the thing. I ain't got no time for it at all. And no time whatsoever. So anyhow, we're a happy couple.
Right.
We're looking forward to visiting many British bed and breakfasts around the country. We're looking forward to being very respectable couples travelling no matter where we go around the world. We're looking forward to being nice to the hosts, nice to the managers of hotels, like we always do. And what we want from managers or hosts is just to be honest with us.
Yeah.
If you don't want us to take pictures, just tell us. If it's for other reason, of skin colour, I can do nothing about my skin colour. That's how I was born. I wouldn't change it for nothing. I wouldn't have to change Laura for nothing. I love her for who she is. She loves us for who I am, and I'm a good person. I hope you enjoyed this vlog, and please feel free to leave comments, and you will see the TripAdvisor within next week, the report put out, the actual upload. Okay? Happy times.
Thanks for watching.
Stress-free, happy people. And we want to say one more thing to Ellen Chapman. Although this altercation and problems happen between us, we have no hate towards you. We're not hating people. No. We wish you the best of luck with your bed and breakfast, and hope your daughter raises well, and hope you're happy inside. We're concerned about you inside as a woman, inside how happy you are as a person and balanced. Yeah. That's with me. I mean, with people, it's hard with you. Also, when someone rows with you, what's wrong with that person? Skin colour, I can do nothing against my skin colour. But I think a woman simply running a bed and breakfast on her own, and she seems a very strong woman, deal with the horses and take the kids to school and run the bed and breakfast. And then you get friendly people like us coming along complimenting your bed and breakfast and that. Why should you treat us bad this way? Why? And this is what worries me. So I start to look. I'm a very deep person, start to look into your mind and think, well, why is a person like this? Why is it a person like that? Can you understand, Laura?
Yeah.
Why is a person like this? Why have you advertised your bed and breakfast on booking.com to take people, and you get a certain person coming who is not outrageous with his camera? You don't make light to the public. I'm not outrageous with my camera, I'm very discreet, very quiet, and you knew what I was going to do, and you create all this commotion. He said, it's a problem, isn't it? Big problem. It's the colour of the skin. That's what I'm convinced. You convince me otherwise. Well, whatever you call it, people with a behaviour alone don't go there as a black ethnic person. But we said to Ellen that we wish you all the success, because in this world people should wish positive things, even on the enemies. I hope positive things happen to you, and I wish you become a better person. I wish you become a better host. Better treating your customers well, and even ethnic minority people. It will reward you big if you can just be open with people, if you can treat people better. The rewards will come really good with you. God will treat you well, God will reward you. You'll have no problems with customers flooding your guest house. You'll have problems, good customer relations, spread word of mouth. Dunston Pillar Farm could be one of the most famous places on the planet. It can be one of the most famous places. I find that place just breathtaking. You see the videos, we love it. I've been everywhere. I've been Caribbean, I've been all over the place. On a British landscape, it's just really a lovely place. But like we said, the host makes your holiday.
Yep, 100%.
1, 2, 3. The host makes your holiday. Remember that anyone booking a hotel or B&B, the host and the treatment of you makes your holiday. Because we had on one morning, she cooked us pre-cooked sausages.
Yeah, she did.
We know that's in her mind. She just gave us the sausages that she eats in a month. She gave it might be true or not true. I don't know, but we're just saying that. Why would you cook someone pre-cooked sausages that taste absolutely vile? That might be a signature of her saying that we don't like you. And what scared me about Dunston Pillar Farm? This is what scared me after I'd left. Oh, this woman could have poisoned us. I'm not saying you do that, but it comes to your mind, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I thought she could have spat in our breakfast, poisoned us. I thought, you don't know. You got the warning from any black people traveling in any bed and breakfasts. You can be poisoned or spat in. You heard it on films or in bed and breakfasts. What they've done to people, they've spat in them. Horrible. It's just horrible thing. We're just making people aware of what goes on in some bed and breakfasts around the UK. This is quite rare, but it happens, and we've been caught up in it. It happens.
Yeah.
So we're asking Ellen Chapman, improve yourself.
Yeah.
Try and get yourself counselling and become a better person. Become a better person for our planet. When tourists visit an accommodation they have booked, let's say for example, a visitor visits any accommodation, and I mean any accommodation, and this can range from massive hotels to small country houses. Am I right in saying that a host should expect a tourist to take photographs or make videos of their holiday stay? Some tourists go to different extremes because we all have different tastes and different passions. But am I right in saying that a host should expect a tourist who visits their accommodation, who have paid for the accommodation, to take photographs and videos of primarily themselves, and also the property they're surrounding? Let's say, for instance, the property's in the background and they're in the picture, or they take a photo of the property they visited, because after all, they love this property because this is the reason why they booked it in the first place, to take back memories of their stay. Now, you ask me, am I right in asking, should a host expect some degree that tourists should take photographs freely of the property and the surroundings they are in? Just let me know what your answer is. Now, if there's a problem with the host not being happy with the customers at their place, taking photographs or videos, am I right in saying that this host should simply tell them they prefer no photos taken? Am I right in saying, especially people like us who are loving couple, we pose no threat to the hotel, we pose no threat to the hosts, we're very friendly and very polite. Am I right in saying that we deserve the right to be told not to take any photos? Just let me know your answer. I have been discriminated against for the colour of my skin, and Ellen Chapman has used the photograph and taken videos as an excuse. You see, when you're my colour, you don't need to have an excuse to be banned from any accommodation if the hosts don't like you. Some accommodations you are welcomed and some you are not. Some people hide it in and some don't. Ellen Chapman, she discriminated against me and worst of all, insulted both of us.
Mm-hmm.
What's your opinion of it, Laura?
It's horrible, horrible feeling.
She felt it as well.
You could feel the atmosphere in the room.
Am I right in saying that a host should be professional and treat her guests with respect? And am I right in saying that any guests or bed, any guest house, B&B or hotel should have guidelines for all their customers as they come in. This is fairness to the customers. You've got guidelines, whether you're a small guest house or a large establishment. Am I right in saying that? Just let me know your answer. I never had a chance at Dunston Pillar Farm with Ellen Chapman. We weren't given any guidelines. I was just discriminated and disliked for the colour of my skin. From the outset of me stepping onto her property, I could feel in her she did not want me there. I know as a black person, it's something you know, knew she didn't want me there. But I'm a very humble person and I tend to look at things in a positive light and try and override it. But with Ellen Chapman, it did not work. She had it in for me and did not want me there. Now this one's very important. Ellen Chapman wrote in the email that I didn't ask her for permission to photograph her property and take shots of her, etc. Because this is a very honest blog. A few times out our window, we saw Ellen Chapman on a horse, doing a horse up. And I took a few videos of the background and she was in it. We were photographing the horse and videographing it, and we saw the horse. We took a few shots of her and the horse. Now, if she had a problem with that, she should have just notified me and tell me that she didn't want any pictures, prefer no photographs or video taken of her, and also to cut down on my picture taking. She never gave me the choice. She instead discriminated against me and banned me from visiting her property again for the colour of my skin. Am I right in saying, again, that guests should have guidelines and times that things are done at a guest house or hotel bed and breakfast? We wanted to have a jacuzzi bath at Dunston Pillar Farm. It was 9:30 in the evening and our jacuzzi bath was not working. I sent Laura down to ask the host, Ellen Chapman, can we have the water on? And Laura can detect a very angry face on Ellen Chapman saying that it's too late, etc. or whatever, and it makes noise disturbing the other guest. It's a lot of nonsense. The other guest was right on the other side of the building in a stable suit, and we're in the master suit, which is quite far away. It is absolute nonsense. She did not like us being there, did not want us to enjoy ourselves. She did not want me there at Dunston Pillar Farm. You find this when you have a problem with hosts, they create a situation that it's not nice and they try and hide it. But sorry, Ellen Chapman, you couldn't hide your racial discrimination. It's there for both of us to see. We experienced it and this is the way it is. It's something we have experienced and not making up. As guests enter any bed and breakfast or hotel establishment, they should have a guide, book and rules of a hotel, of things they can and can't do, and times they can operate, etc., go for walks outside, take photographs of moonlight, put on the jacuzzi, etc. We as respectable, well-behaved guests deserved to have the right to know what and what not to do. The problem is, there was no problem with our behaviour and anything. Ellen Chapman exercised racial discriminatory behaviour towards us. Racial discriminatory behaviour. We feel it's important to post this video on YouTube and also to write our TripAdvisor report about this Ellen Chapman, because we do not want any other guest to experience what I have and Laura experienced. We held this back for so long. Our trip was last year, September, and we held back for so long, but feel it has to come out. We have to report it and report it fairly and share our experiences with you. We're a very peaceful, loving couple, and we're going to share this with you. When you visit a bed and breakfast or any hotel establishment and you feel that something's wrong, trust your instincts and tread with caution. Don't jump to the conclusion and say someone is racist, because we didn't say that at all, or didn't let Ellen know that with our visit at Dunston Pillar Farm. She would have knew straight away. I would have told her one time. Because I was unsure, I just let my holiday experience take its course and see after what happens. But we knew something was wrong. Mm-hmm. When she looked at us as we approached the accommodation. And even the taxi driver, he said to us, "Is she all right?" The cab driver, he said, "Is she all right? How is she? Is she all right?" Because he knows, the cab driver knows that she's a racist person. Remember, Laura, when he asked us?
Remember.
He asked us, my Laura remembers. The cab driver asked her, "Is he all right? What's she like? Is she all right?" He knew that she was racist.
I wonder what he meant.
Ellen Chapman, you have been checked, mate. You've destroyed a lovely couple's faith in you, and you banned us from ever visiting, which is very unfair.
Very unfair.
Ellen Chapman is racist. She's discriminatory against ethnic minorities. She's unprofessional, and she should not be allowed to run a bed and breakfast legally in the UK. Our next step is to go to the trading standards. That's what we're going to do. We held it back. We wanted to get this video finished, and it took time for us to do it because we did not want to get involved. We're very peaceful people, and making this video made us very upset and depressed, didn't it, Laura?
Yeah.
It made us down and feel low and negative, but we had to do it for other people. So we are going to trading standards next to report and show our experiences to them and see what happens. We hope you enjoyed this vlog and hope you tread carefully wherever you visit as an ethnic minority to certain bed and breakfasts. You won't know it coming, but sometimes it hits you bang in your face and it makes you out to be silly and stupid. Luckily I wasn't dumb, as I would have been caught out. Bye, hope you enjoyed.
Bye, thanks for watching. It can happen to you, so watch out. I'm very disgusted with Ellen Chapman's behaviour towards my partner Tony, and it has ruined our dream location of Dunston Pillar Farm, and I'm very sad because we are a lovely couple.
We're a lovely couple that pose no threat to anyone. And wherever Ellen Chapman got the idea that she felt unsafe with me around her property, is absolute insult to me and discriminatory behaviour.
The forbidden zone.
The forbidden zone. And what I mean by the forbidden zone is when anyone books any accommodation, be you white or black or any race, you don't know what you're entering into. In my case, I was entering a zone of racial discrimination by the host Ellen Chapman, and we did not know it. We never had a clue until we arrived at her accommodation. So just be aware that a loving couple, no matter how good you are, no matter how polite you are, they need no excuse for banning you. Just your colour of your skin could be enough. And there's nothing you can do about it. They'll get you no matter what. They will find an excuse not to have you there. And this is the way it goes with racial discriminatory people.